Hello, 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 hello. I know I have to start at 4:30, but hello to everyone. The truth about fat loss, that's for today. The truth about fat loss after 30. That's what we are addressing today. Sheeman, hi. I'm going to use 1 minute. It's not yet time. So let me say hi to everyone I see. Today I'm live on TikTok. I'm live on Instagram. And I've got my monitor here. So I'll be, shifting cultivation. How are you? I'm doing amazing. I hope you're doing well. Let me start with something many women don't hear enough, okay? We're going to start like that. If fat loss feels harder after 30, you're not imagining it. Orokodo. Orokodo, because it is true. I mean, your body is changing, hormones are shifting here and there, your muscle may be decreasing, but here's the truth. Are you ready to hear? It's not your age that is working against you, okay? So yeah, after 30, but it's not your age. It's the strategy that most women don't know, okay? So, that being said, tonight or today, depending where you are, tonight, we are breaking down the truth about fat loss after 30 and what actually works, okay? If you're just joining us for the first time, I'm live on TikTok, live on Instagram. If you're joining us for the first time, this is episode 2, so you're welcome. I am Coach Bino, a registered nurse. I'm a health and fitness lifestyle coach. I'm your personal trainer, your nutrition specialist, your corrective exercise specialist, transformation specialist, group trainer, founder, genetic-based program designer, a lot of accolades. Very necessary. Yeah, founder of Be Active Wellness, where we focus on building strength and wellness intentionally. And most importantly, I'm a mom of 3. So I think I feel in the better picture to be the one to tell you this, okay? This series is the name of the series is Strong by Design, because our body should never be trained randomly. It should be trained with strategy, understanding, and intentionality. All right. Strong by Design is proudly brought to you by Shabak Realty Service. If you happen to be in the DMV area and you're looking for a trusted residential home appraisal, Shabak is for you. So please link me up if you need that. Okay, so anything, whether it's pre-sale, tax appeal, divorce, or informational valuation, Shabak is your go-to. All right, so today we're going to talk about the truth about fat loss after 30. I'll give you time to ask questions, and I'll come back and then, point out who is where, who is who. But the 4 most important things that play a vital role in the fat loss after 30 are 4 important things. 1, the hormones. 2, muscle mass. 3, stress and cortisol. And 4, you focusing too much on cardio. So today we're going to break that down. And I'll try to stay within time, okay? If it's going too overboard, I might have to do a part 2 of this, but I want to keep it 30 minutes, okay, as much as possible. Okay, so the main point is hormones, okay? The major reason why fat loss is different after 30 is your hormonal shift. You realize that after 30 is when most women, childbearing age or between, those times are not just 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's when the hormones like estrogen, progesterone, insulin, cortisol, these hormones becomes maybe you don't know now, but around this time is when these hormones are all over the place. Remember, when you're pregnant, your estrogen level goes up, progesterone goes up and all that. And after that, for some reason, it doesn't really settle like pre-20. And remember, from there, you are moving into another level, which is premenopausal and menopause. So around that time, hormones are not waging. Truth be told, they are all over the place. So one day, these hormonal fluctuations influence your metabolism. You know that when you get pregnant, again, I'm using pregnancy because that's when the changes is very vibrant. When you get pregnant, hormones no spike nazi. And around that time, you don't even feel like your metabolism slows down. The little thing, you are fatigued. Unfortunately, depending on how it goes, you might stick to that and get comfortable with that. Onyawo, it's just the hormones that are deceiving you. So yeah, that can cause that. Once the estrogen levels are all over the place, your automatically slows your metabolism. Onyawo, it is just the hormones in play, right? So it makes sense where the things you used to do during 20s, you can't, and to see results, you can't see them now. Let me use myself as an example. In my mid-20s, right, I could lose weight. Like, I could just go jogging, restrict my eating habit and go jogging. And within 2-3 weeks, hey, I'm, and then the miracle the 40. Tell me to go run. I can run the whole universe and come back. And that result, I won't get what I used to get. Fortunately for me, I know what works for me because I have studied the body, which I'm going to actually give to you today, okay? So, knowing what I know now, and someone might not know that, so we'll be doing all that and not see results. It's not you again, it's your hormone. And these same hormones affect your appetite regulating signals in the body. Remember, again, when you're pregnant, your whole thing, the whole system, these same hormones, they tell you that, oh, you're hungry, you need to eat more, you need to do that. You get it? So it starts from there. After childbirth, you realize that, okay, the hormones haven't settled down yet. If you're not intentional and you're not you're not preview to what I'm telling you, you might let that stick. Again, it's not you. It's the hormones that are talking to you. So then you realize that around this time you're eating, you notice increase in hunger, cravings, feeling less satisfied after meals. And this starts from pregnancy. You see, so if you're not able to curb it, it continues like that. So that is why after 30, these hormones, appetite, no concern as it's not you, again, it's the hormones. So we're still dealing with number one, which is the hormones. And then the third one, how these hormones play is fat storage patterns. Just around that time, when you're pregnant again and the hormones, that's when I'm saying pregnancy because that's when the estrogen level goes up, the progesterone level goes up, and everything is all over the place. So, and it's God designed it in such a way that fat storage would help insulate your child, keep the body, So after that, nasa hormones no then on go to where it's supposed to go at. It's still going to store fat. Capiche? Please, if you have any questions, save them for me. I would address them. Okay, so we are moving. So this is why strategies that used to work in your 20s won't work, because right now the hormones are all over the place. So don't you go joining a 20s class thinking that whatever they are doing, you can do it. No, it doesn't work like that. So we've addressed the hormones, how hormones play. And that we're going to move on to muscle mass. Muscle mass is the second thing that I think for muscle mass, I dealt with that last week. So if you really want to get a detailed bit about the muscle mass bit, maybe you have to go to the episode 1 that we did last week. It's on Instagram, not on TikTok, unfortunately, but it's on Instagram. So you can check it out. Be Active Wellness, episode 1 of Strong by Design is there. But today is also part of this. So I'm just going to touch base on that. Another important factor is a muscle mass. I said it last week that the muscle is metabiologically the active tissue, meaning the more muscles you have, the more actively you burn fat, right? But unfortunately, after 30s, our muscle mass dents. Anyawo, nakopon no bonade. It's just aging. You get it? But you got to be smart. I have an idea smart, because muscle no form. So what do you have to do? This is not the time for you to go be doing everyday cardio. This is the time for you to intentionally add strength training to your workouts to build the mass. Because the more mass you have, when I say mass, please don't take mass, don't mistaken mass to be bole or bodybuilder. No. Mass is just trying to activate the muscles that you have. Even your heart. That's why I don't totally take cardio out, because cardio is a way of cardio helps with the heart muscle, right? So you need some form of cardio, but cardio alone would rather make you, I explained this last week, I don't want to go too much there, but you need to strength train to retain your muscle, which would make fat loss easier for you as compared to someone who, the muscle doesn't have enough muscle, meaning that gradually, your metabolism slows down. Okay, so that's number 2. The third one is stress and cortisol. Am I within time? Oh, I'm within time. Let me chill. The third one is stress and cortisol, right? To start off, cortisol is like the stress hormone, right? And God being so good, right? When cortisol is not supposed to last for a long period of time, or that, let me use the word, stress hormones are not supposed to last for so long, right? If something happens right now, like fire outburst, that's the design of the body. That hormones has to be activated. That will make me run and jump. And on a normal time, I won't be able to even do that. You see, that is the hormone. That's what that hormone is supposed to be. But unfortunately, the nature of our work, the stress level around, we're not finding time to distress, makes this hormone stay in our body for so long. Imagine there, one, you're a mom. I'm using mothers because I'm addressing mothers here. You are a mom. You're a mom of, let's say, 3, 2, or let's say even 1 umpo. You're a single mom, or you have, I don't know. Let me use myself. No, not me. In an ideal 3 p.m. a mom with 3 kids, right? You have to wake up, check on the kids, then again, I might be biased because it's 2 different, but just take it as it is. I just want an example. And you start your stress level from home. You go to work, another work stress. So you realize that the hormonal stress, the cortisol, is still in your system. And this, by God's design, this hormone is just supposed to be for a short burst. And it has to come down, right? So that the body, can function. But until them dancing, it's all like that. You start your stress from the morning. If you come back to a spouse who will also come and add more stress to your stressor, then you've been stressing, and the truth. With all jokes aside, so you see, the stress level is always going to be like that. And when the stress level is up, your insulin level shoots up. And when your insulin level shoots up, the fat storage also increases, like you're storing fat. And that is not helpful. So this time, hormones have come to play. Your muscle mass already is not enough. You're not strength training, so you're not able to, your metabolism is low. Adding the stress, making your insulin spike, which might also eventually attract other diseases like, hypertension, diabetes, can be very, very alarming. So stress is something that we shouldn't take for granted. Like we need to find time to de-stress. The body is not meant to be on that stress level for so long. It is not by design, by God. When I say by God, by design, what he created, he didn't create the stress. I'm stressing on stress because stress is a contributing factor to this. You're not supposed to stress too much. you know. So try and find ways of distressing. For me, is the gym. And when this cortisol is high in your system, that's what it does. One, it increases fat storage. Please take this for word by word. Okay, so it increases your fat storage. Okay, so high cortisol can signal the body to store more fat. Be intentional about distressing, because high cortisol in your body will signal the body to do what? To get more fat, because it's a way of the body trying to fight to preserve the whole pH system of, you get it? So yeah, so particularly, and funny enough to, unfortunately, storage of fats, unsure where you should go. It doesn't want to go to the hip. It doesn't want to, it wants to go to the fat, the stomach, the tummy area. And it's so appalling. So funny enough, let me use myself as an example. In my 20s, if I'm gaining weight, I know where I know when I'm gaining weight, because I realize that my trousers won't fit. My midsection is intact, but my trousers won't fit. Fast forward, in my mid-30s, going to my 40s, it doesn't work like that for me. So I have to be intentional, with my workout, so that I don't see the fat being storing around my midsection. Mind you, in my 20s, fats it wasn't around my midsection. It was always going to my hip. Now, yeah, it be called hip, but I start seeing it. So you have to be intentional in here. So like I said, stress is not something that you want to. And stress, when your cortisol level or your stress hormone is high, it increases cravings. You see, so unintentionally, then, high sugar cravings, high carbohydrate food, these are things that high cortisol or your high stress hormones would make you eat. You see, it's not your fault, but it's because your cortisols are high. That's how the body feels satisfied with high carbohydrate food. So the body is essentially looking for a quick energy to cope with stress. And we all know that the best energy is carbohydrate. That's where you can grab, and especially when it's simple carbs like Coke and all that, because the body is looking for a quick energy to cope with the stress. You get it? The fourth bit is when your cortisol is high, it disrupts your sleep. And we all know from last week that sleep is very essential for weight loss. Okay, it's part of the journey. Sleep is not a pause or a rest. It is part of your transformational journey. So once your cortisol level is high, it doesn't when Debbie it lose fat, maybe you get it. Yeah. So, and also when it's high, they're slower in recovery. When I say slower in recovery, when your cortisol remains high, the body stays in a stress state. It's stressed. It doesn't relax. It's in a stress state. And when it's in a stress state, the fat is storing. The cravings are up. You're not sleeping well, so you're not recovering more. And I told you last week that recovery is when the muscle grow. You get it? And that's when you see results. So this slows muscle recovery and make workouts feel harder than they should be. We've talked about hormones, we've talked about muscle balance and muscle mass, we've talked about stress and cortisol. The final one is why cardio alone doesn't work. I never said cardio doesn't work. But cardio alone as your workout, it won't work for you after 30. You are not going to see results after 30 when you are sticking to just cardio. Many women are told that the solution is simply more cardio. Research has shown that no. But excessive cardio without strength training can actually lead to, these are the things that excessive cardio without strength training would rather lead to. Muscle loss. Remember, we need muscle to be able to comfortably walk during the day, relax on a rest day, and know that our body is actually burning fat. So once you're doing lots of cardio, you lose muscle, and you don't want to lose muscle. your metabolism slows down. When you're doing only cardio, it doesn't work. You feel fatigue. There's no versatility in it. You feel fatigue, and that wouldn't make you see results. So cardio, I like the fact that I said it, cardio supports your heart health, which is very, very important. If you're structuring your workout, inculcate some cardio in there to keep you, because the heart is a muscle and you need to work at it. And the only thing that works the muscle, unfortunately, so yeah, you have to do your cardio just for your heart, right? But when it comes to the body and for you to see results, introduce some strength training. Yeah. But sustainable fat loss comes from building muscle and improving your metabolic health. Agbena. Again, Strong by Design is proudly brought to you by Shabak Realty Service. If you're in the DMV and you need a trusted residential appraisal, you know where to go. Now let's come to the solution. It doesn't matter, so I have 10 minutes. Let's bring it together. I want to take some questions, so please prepare your questions and drop them, okay? We're live on TikTok, live on Instagram. So the solution, we're bringing everything together. So what actually works? We dealt with most of them last week, but I'm going to bring it up again. Again, I'm going to use the approach that Be Active Wellness use, okay? We focus on structured strength training. Every client of mine, of Be Active, not necessarily mine, because I'm just a bit of Be Active or a part of Be Active. Every client of us, we focus on their structured strength training. There should be at least 3 to 4 times. You have to train 3 to 4 times strength training. What you can also do is that you can start with some form of cardio. Depending, if you really want to lose fat, then you end with your cardio, right? If you're in the maintenance bed, you just start with your cardio, warm up, do your cardio, but intentionally add strength training. That is the only way after 30, mama, you're going to see results with your fat loss. If you stick to just cardio, mind you are not going to see the results you want to see. Muscle prevention and growth. Muscle preservation and growth. And what do I mean by that? What you're eating, right? Eat more protein dense food, okay? And once you're eating more protein dense food, remember that you're drinking enough water, you're getting the muscles in, working out well, eating or having your protein right after workout, just to maintain the muscle. You need to grow the muscle. The only way you can grow the muscle is eating well, strength training, and recovering, sleeping, okay? So then balanced nutrition. I know a lot of people a lot of you sometimes contact me, Coach Bino, I need diet plan. I understand. But I am a firm believer of balanced diet. That is me. And it's a lifestyle for me to eat well, right? So I don't shy away from complex or wholesome food. I pretty much eat everything I want to eat. But again, per how I come to understand my body, I might not understand your body that much. And again, let me veer off a little bit. And this got me studying the DNA. That's why I got certified as a genetic-based program designer. Per your DNA, I can tell you, or they can tell you that this and this and this is what works for you. And that is a personalized something, right? So with that there's a general information. The general information is balanced diet. Just know how you're eating, eat more wholesome food. But if you want to know what really works for you, maybe this type of carbohydrate, this, oxidation, this doesn't work for me. Even the workout that you're supposed to do per your DNA It's another story for another time. I'll deal with that. But just saying, you need a balanced diet and proper recovery. I can't stress that enough. Find time. You know, when I used to work at Sugar Kope, there was one thing that was so much stress. But one thing I found out was nature. And that was when my love for nature began. I would go sit at the bank of the Sugar Kope River. And that was when I also understood what negative ions, how effective, and the negative ions comes from the water. Anytime I sit there, I tend to be relaxed, no matter how stressful I am. And I never really understood it, but nature is a good place to start with. Make time for yourself. Your body is not supposed to be in a stress level for so long. If you do that, because insulin, once your insulin starts shooting up, you're looking at what? Diabetes, you're looking at hypertensive coming your way. You will not know, it's not in my family, but you're too stressed. So that's where it's go calling all these unwanted things, right? And stress, proper recovery, I said, and stress management, these things work hand in hand. So fat loss after 30 is not about punishment. It's just that you do not know. Now you know. So take charge. I've given it to you. Take charge of your health. However, you decide to, it's about training smarter and supporting your body properly. I don't do anything different from what you do. The only thing is I'm aluminium. So I try to put it, that's why I still look the way I look, or I still have the way how I am. And people will ask, hey, are you a mom of 3 with all these packs inside? I know this, and I'm telling you this. So now that you know, please, I'd love to hear from you. So if you're over 30 and you have noticed that fat loss feels different than it used to be, drop yes in the comment. Drop it right now. Yes. And let's keep going, okay? If you also need a personal trainer, I do virtual personal training. Just contact me and I will think about how we can structure it, okay? All right, Mama, thank you all for joining. I'm going to address your questions. Thank you all for joining tonight's episode of Strong by Design with Coach Bino. Thank you, TikTok followers. Thank you, Instagram. Next episode, we're going to talk about something many women struggle with, why your workouts aren't giving you the results you expect. So I'm intentionally using this 4 episodes to really let you know why, the whys. And then when we start digging, hitting. Yes, Ina, I see you, Mama. So now you have the information. You know what you have to do. Your strength, your health, and your wellness should always be your design. Your strength, your health, and your wellness should always be built by design. All right, if you have questions, I'll address it. If not, there's 3 minutes. I'll start with TikTok. Oh, thank you, Gloria. Gloria says I look beautiful as always. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. And thank you so much for sharing you do amazing. I see you share. Hey, Adam, how does one go about the DNA direction? All right, Adam, you would have to, Adam, you an idea. Just, yeah. So that's how you're going to do. I'll just have to get the company to send you the DNA kit. You do the swab and you bring it, you mail it back to them. The report comes to me and I interpretate it to you. So that's how it works. Okay. Alrighty. Let me go shout out. Do some shout outs. Okay. So I see Simply Slim GH. I see Chachu. I see you all. I see Ajua Sechi, my sis. I see Sage. I see Lady Pearl. Stephen, thanks for joining. I see Mary, Gloria. I see Aquile. I see Aquile. Thank you for joining. V Berry, Miss Grace. I see Nanesi, I see you. I see Miss Babes. I see Rocky. I see Aju. Hey, please, Eva the Diva is here. Wale Bang, Ipa the Diva is here. Hey, thank you for joining, sis. Thank you. I see you, Priscilla Ashley. Thank you, Betty. I see you. Oh, a lot of people joined. I'm super, super grateful. I'm super, super grateful for you all. If you have any questions, any suggestions, please send it. And you know what? Just all that I want you to do is, if you are privy to this information, sharing is caring. Okay, just share it with a sister. Let them understand what you know. For all you know, she will hold you accountable. Okay, so let's share it. Okay, that's how we're supposed to love. And sharing is caring. Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful. Without you, oh, I see you, Helen. Oh, most of them are all my clients, like Ghana clients. Oh, bonja. I love you all. Thank you. And God willing, like I said, next week we are talking about why your workouts aren't giving you the results you expect. Okay, so we'll look at that, and then we're going to make it so the first 4 episodes is the whys, and then other times we're going to move in other bits, okay? But if there's anything you want me to address, please, I'm here for you. I'll address it. If it's so important that I have to, shelve this for other episodes, I'll do that so that we address it, okay? So let me know what you want us to discuss, okay? Thank you so much for having me again. Strong by Design is proudly sponsored by Shabak Realty Service, specializing in trusted residential home appraisal. If you happen to be in the DMV, they are for you. Please, be it pre-sale, tax appeal, divorce, informational valuation, it's Shabak for you. See you. Bye-bye.